I welcome all the participants to the October Summit 2021. Now we'll be seeing about the role of incremental innovations. We come across a lot of problems or difficulties during our day-to-day practice, and most of the time we don't even recognize them as problems and work around them. In some instances, we recognize them, but we don't try to solve them. While each one of us are facing discomfort, very meager people is always taking the extra step to question it and leap into action. We call them as champions. And here in Aravind Eye Care System, those champions came together and formed a forum named Aravind Center for Eye Care Innovations, AECA, where all the champions from each center collectively bring synergy to the concept and culture of innovating and disseminating best practices and the new perspectives. How to understand and recognize a problem and the scope for improvement. Let's listen to Dr. Fatima, one of our AECA champion from Tirunelveli, addressing it through her innovative process of making the right tunnel in manual small incision cataract surgery under different microscopes and different magnification, which is always a challenge for the beginners.
Thank you for the opportunity to present our innovation tunnel stamp in this forum. This device is to improve the perfection in manual SACS surgery. The major determinant of outcome in such surgeries is good architecture of sclerocorneal tunnel. So how to make good sclerocorneal tunnel? There are three key factors. The scleral groove. Scleral groove like these end up in high astigmatism, therefore not recommended. The ideal one should fall within the area of Cox funnel and it should be of round shaped and 2 millimeters from the limbus. The second key factor is the corneal entry. It should be 1.5 millimeter anterior to the limbus. And if it goes more anterior into the cornea, it ends up in high astigmatism. If it is short, it ends up in poor wound apposition. The third key factor is the proper side pockets. Side pocket is important because it helps to open the tunnel in 3 dimensions to facilitate easy passage of nucleus out of the eye. So how to guide juniors to make appropriate tunnel? We got an idea of making a guiding tool. When we put forward this idea in our ACEI forum, our team head Venkatesh sir appreciated and encouraged to pursue further. And Dr. Rajesh from Pondicherry helped to bring out this device in a 3D form using his 3D printing skills. And here he's experimenting it over goat's eye in wet lab. We get a good outline of tunnel using this stamp. And now one can easily follow the outline and can make good scleral groove, side pocket and corneal entry as well. The similar device is properly sterilized and used in human eyes. Here also we got good outline and good result. Now our latest version is in stainless steel. It was made possible by our senior manager, Mr. Darvesh from Aurolab, Madurai. We wanted to have it in stainless steel because it would be more comfortable for repeated usage. So I like to conclude that this device will guide all the aspects of sclerocorneal tunnel and yield good outcome in manual SACS surgeries. Like to convey thanks to all the seniors and colleagues. Thank you all for listening.
Thank you, Dr. Fatima. Innovation doesn't always have to mean a new process. Making a complex procedure simple is also a notable innovation. Emulsifying a drop nucleus is always a complex technique, but our AECA champion from Chennai, Dr. Karthik Srinivasan, has made it simple. Let's hear from him about how important is taking the extra step which eases the problem of an individual as well as the entire world.
It's indeed a great pleasure to have you all with us to understand the inner workings of Aravind Eye Care System.
Innovating a new floor with design elements to accommodate 2,000 patients can be a calculated design. When do we ask questions? We ask them when we encounter difficulties during our regular day-to-day activities. When we have a difficult situation of managing the lens, or in instances where we have the most dreadful nucleus drop, we seek help for managing the situation and also look for better solutions. Solutions can come from all places like these baskets that are used in urology to help remove stones from the kidney and ureter. Using a modified basket that can be used by a retinal surgeon, we have found a new utility designed to overcome removal of not only the lens but also any metallic and non-metallic foreign bodies from the posterior segment. After the nucleus have been removed, now planning and scleral fixated lens has become easier with the XNIT technology developed by our team. As we see day-to-day, providing good post-operative results alone does not satisfy the patients. Having good pre- and post-operative caregiving does. With the same, our CMO and team set up the new Cataract Education Zone, with an education video and provision of virtual reality headsets. Questioning decades-old theory of why should we use around lenses, and also to think on why are they not affordable, has led us to innovate on using different materials for making a new 90D lens. This square-shaped lens has unique qualities of anti-glare, anti-fog, and scratch resistance and is currently in field testing and molding phase of development, setting a context for all you young designers, innovators and thinkers. We would love to have you come out with new ideas and promote thinking out of the box.
This journey has been a phenomenal journey, and we welcome you to be part of this journey and understand the insights that has made this possible.
Thank you, Dr. Karthik. Innovation is natural, but can be streamlined by effective teaching and training. It need not be always a boring classroom or PowerPoint lectures. It can be as simple and effective as the way Dr. Pranesh, our champion from Coimbatore, does. Let's hear from him how we have to take the interest to the early adapters through his effective teaching techniques.
Innovating in education has been one of the dire needs in this COVID era. So during the COVID times, for the lack of classroom atmosphere, we started to have these small discussions in the OPD cubicles when classroom lectures were not happening. Then we soon realized that we were missing on one important tool, a simple, humble whiteboard placed in the OPD cubicle. Like a plain canvas waiting to be painted, the whiteboard was soon filled with concepts. And we felt that the whiteboard gave us a much more clarity and much more comprehensiveness what a PowerPoint failed to deliver. But again, PowerPoint shows images where a whiteboard cannot. And ophthalmology being a visual subject, we tried using a handheld projector to display the slides, and learning became a lot more colorful. Then we took the learning from inside the cubicle to outside the classroom. And we had our very first flipped class, which was a refreshing change from the traditional classroom. So unlike the traditional class, in flipped class model, we give the materials to the students before the class. So a lecture happens before the class, and during the class, they only discuss, debate, and question themselves on what they have learned. So learning became a lot more effective and a lot more fun. Slowly, we conducted numerous workshops for our residents on must-learn skills in ophthalmology under the brand called Orokovai. And Orokovai became our academic wing. It became our social media platform. And we invited our past-out residents to share their expertise through in-person webinars and through in-person lectures called as the X Factor. And then we interviewed the legends and seniors in our institute so that we can bring out their wisdom, their years of expertise and experience through teachings for the residents. Then we invited all the postgraduates to share these nuggets in ophthalm, what we call as the Orokovai flashcards. And those flashcards found a way on our social media platform on Instagram. And then we asked our own consultants to share their skills, their incredible surgeries, their incredible teachings on YouTube platform, again called as the Orokovai. So what we've achieved here is we have tried to create a blended learning experience for our residents using social media as an important proactive tool and innovative pedagogical models to educate residents effectively. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Pranesh. Whether innovation should always come from the doctors or engineers? No, it can be even from bottom to top by our MLOPs, especially if it is process-oriented. Here comes our champion from Tirupati, Dr. Satya, to share her experience of how recognition and inclusiveness are helpful in disseminating the innovation and motivates the team to actively involve in it.
I'm going to be sharing about disseminating the spirit of innovation. So MLOPs or mid-level ophthalmic personnel are like the backbone of Arvind, and they are about 76% of our manpower. And so the ones that deal with most of the routine, and so the ones that are facing the daily problems. Now, quite a few of them have made small changes in their workplace to better things, like make this eye drop holder at the doctor's table to put in brochures, creating sprinklers out of water bottles and PVC pipes, thinking of ways to protect the slit lamp lens when it is not being in use, putting a mirror at the hospital entrance to ensure patients wear the mask in the right way. So a lot of these things they have done on their own. So the ACEI team has helped open our eyes to recognize these small innovations and to encourage them. So we thereby create ecosystems that challenge the routine. And one way that we have found to do this is encouraging a healthy competition. So when we keep all of these competitions, we have seen that it brings out the best in them and they start recognizing problems. So during the lockdown, we had this Jugaad competition and a lot of wonderful innovations came then, like this optical frame stand extension to help with distancing, this cup stand so that the person doesn't touch the next cup, pen stands and mini trash bins that make the OP area much easier to use. Slipper stands that they created in the hostel because we couldn't buy slipper stands at that time. And then they came up with this wonderful idea. A chess set made out of water bottle lids. So this is a rangoli they had made, the lack of a lot of teaching aids. So we've been able to create this into a win-win opportunity. So they have helped us create models and in the process learned. What we have seen is that when we recognize these and identify these girls who are able to pick out problems, we encourage them and when we empower them and appreciate. So they need that recognition and that motivates them to do much more. So competitions work. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Satya. While most of us are feeling discomfort and make adjustment in many of our activities, somebody like Dr. Ashwin from Kovilpatti is always trying to come out of it. It looks simple in words, but needs a constant effort to make it a success. Let's hear from Dr. Ashwin about how much persistence and perseverance is required for the innovators in bringing their ideas to practice through his innovation of ergonomically innovative tools and techniques.
Thank you, sir, for giving me this opportunity. My topic is titled Miles to Go Before I Sleep because I want to emphasize how much of passion, patience, persistence, and perseverance is needed to bring about a product or innovate. There is a way to do it better. All you have to do is find it. The first problem that I wanted to tackle was the issue that all the drops and fluorescein strips needed for glaucoma evaluation was being kept in a tray far away from the doctor. So I thought, why not bring it close to the slit lamp in the form of a tray that can be attached to it? 1 week later, I was able to contact Aurolab and use the 3D printer there to make it into a prototype, which can be easily attached to the side of the slit lamp using the 2 screws underneath. It took me 6 months after that to come up with the Glaucoma Buddy after listening to other inputs from consultants and other fellows. It has evolved to the Slit Lamp Buddy because we found it can be used not only for glaucoma evaluation, but for general ophthalmology as well. The second problem was that while examining patients under slit lamp, most of the older patients found it difficult to keep their forehead touching the forehead rest. The status quo was the slit lamp is exactly parallel to the ground. Thereby, the patient has to flex the neck a little bit so that the forehead touches the forehead rest. So the idea was to give a small tilt to the slit lamp so that it's easier for the patient as well as the doctor. We tried out the prototype by using folded cardboard boxes under the wheels of the slit lamp to give it a small tilt. It took us nearly 3 months to, even try out this idea because we were second guessing ourselves whether it is worth it or not. Because it was working well, we again consulted with Aurolab and we tried out this modification where we kept metal washers under the slit lamp. And it worked very well, as you can see in the before and after images. So this is my setup right now with a tilted slit lamp and a buddy. So from this, you would have understood that innovation isn't really an idea problem. There'll always be self-doubt where you ask yourself, is it really worth it? And others around you might have bias against new ideas. And then there'll always be initial failures, setbacks, and rejections. But these are all stepping stones to improve on your idea, improve on your design, and make things even better. And if somebody asks you, if it isn't broken, why fix it? You can just always reply, nothing is invented and perfected at the same time. Thank you so much for listening. And thank you, ACEI, for being such a wonderful forum where we can share our innovations and get inputs and improve on our ideas also.
Thank you, Dr. Ashwin. Innovators are also like diamonds. People with innovative ideas are like treasure hiding under the ground. In some cases, they disclose on their own, but most of them are waiting for a revelation. If you provide them time, space, and proper guidance and an enabling environment, they will come brighter and more valuable as a treasure for the organization and to the entire world. Let's see how in Aravind Eye Hospital, Pondicherry, we have inculcated the culture of innovation to the entire team by providing them multiple opportunities, platforms, and guidance through various hackathons. How to inculcate the culture of innovation? Hackathon is a sprint-like event where people from different fields come together and work on a problem statement. It is most commonly done in engineering colleges. We thought, why can't we doctors come together and do a similar hackathon to solve our problems? So we collected problem statements during COVID, like fogging of glasses or 90 diopter lens, safe slit lamp shield, touch-free sanitizer dispenser, lid holder, refraction shield, and sterilization of masks. We formed a team comprising of medical consultant, residents, and fellow, gave them a working place with Wi-Fi connection. We got the support of instruments and maintenance department. Refreshments were served. We had a 3D printer for prototyping of devices, and we did a constant assessment and guided them with their innovation. And they were working from morning 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And we are surprised to see that all of them came up with very good, innovative products. Here you can see a 3D printed eye opener used for opening of the lids. A 3D printed 90-day holder used for prevent fogging of 90 diopter lens. A safe slit lamp shield, anti-fog band to prevent fogging of the glasses. UV for sterilization of masks and respirators. A refraction shield to protect our optometrist. And all these innovations not only solve the problems, but most of them got published in reputed journals. Especially iOpener won the first prize for innovation in competitions conducted by Kahotech and Think Under the Apple Tree conducted by AOS. So we make it a point in Aravind that each year we collect all the problem statements and conduct periodic hackathons. Finding the right person, especially people with the discerning eyes for the problem, encouraging them to work on the right problem statement, giving them time, guidance, and an enabling environment will make sure that they own the problem statement and find solution for most of the problems, thereby inculcating the culture of innovation in any organization. Thank you.